First and foremost, I like to say, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Mashana Kabbalah Nawa, Zakwanyam Sha'al, Shalawam Wakasal Abkoin Akim, Yahawah YAHAWASHI Brakathum, and Kwam Yashala. Right? I'm out here to prophesy the downfall of America, this wicked and destructive kingdom. You got the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and only the elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel is going to be delivered from the destruction that's coming up on the earth, and going to understand the words that are being read out of the King James Bible. Okay, they the ones that's going to have ears to hear and eyes to see through the spirit and power of Yahawah YAHAWASHI, through the grace and divine influence of the mind of YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI. Right? You got Judah, so-called African Americans. You got Benjamin, which is so-called West Indians. You got Levi, which is so-called Haitians. You got Gad, North American Indians, so-called North American Indians. Right? You got Ephraim, so-called Puerto Rican. You got Manasseh, so-called Cuban. You got Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. Right? You got Asher, Colombia to Uruguay. You got Naphtali, Argentina to Chile. You got Mexicans, so-called Mexicans, Issachar. You got Dominicans, which is Simeon. Okay, those are the 12 tribes of Israel according to the King James Bible, right? And I can't remember if I said Reuben, which is Seminole Indian, right? But those are the 12 tribes of Israel according to the King James Bible, okay? When you read the prophecy in Genesis, the 49th chapter, you gotta link it up with the Apocrypha, right? And you got to link it up with Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, you know, and Deuteronomy 28th chapter, right? And through the spirit and power of Yahawah YAHAWASHI, these things have been shown to the children of Israel, which are the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, coming back to their remembrance of who they are as a nation of people. Okay? Now I'm gonna start in Habakkuk or Habakkuk, you know. This Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Because you know Israel was in captivity in the Babylonian Empire, and this is the modern day Babylonian Empire. And you had the prophets watching to see what the Heavenly Father was going to do to them Ethiopians at that particular time. But now, who's ruling the daughter of Babylon is the so-called white man, Esau, the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay? And we in captivity in the daughter of Babylon all over again. So we stand up on our watch as watchmen to see what the Heavenly Father is going to bestow upon us to come out here and prophesy about, okay? Okay, and warn Israel and how the Most High gonna bring judgment to Esau, okay? So-called white man. It says, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, and I will stand upon my watch and see, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a high tower, right? And I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. On top of that, you know, Israel will come with their own counsel. So the prophets amongst Israel will wait until they got a vision or to the Most High put in their mind what they should speak to the children of Israel, right, which are in bondage today. And that's what we're doing. And the children of Israel back then would go off their own counsel. That's why they ended up in captivity. And the same thing today. They would go off their own counsel instead of leaning on YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. So the prophets are leaning on YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, and they're being corrected on the counsel of the Heavenly Father and what to go tell Israel, the elect out of them, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? This Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I should answer when I am reproved. Verse 2. And the Lord, meaning Yahweh, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Now, when you go into that word run, right in the blue letter, when you look it up, it means to run, actually run. But when you go deep into the meaning of that word, right, when you go into Strong Concordance, or when you go into blue letter, when you look at it, when you examine it, and matter of fact, I get it. When you examine it, it means to break down. That's why it was told to them to make it plain, to write it big and clear, so they can get so the future Israelites, the prophets, who were set up to prophesy these words, will be able to read it clearly and break it down clearly, right? What the Heavenly Father was saying. Let me go back up. This Strong's Hebrews 73:23, right? And when you look it up, it goes into run. But when you go to the Strong definition, right? The root and the roots and the primitive root to run, whatsoever reason, especially to rush, break down. So that's what I was referring to, right? I'll show it to you. Lord willing, get it. Okay? See it right there? Break down. So when you look at that definition, when you first look at it, it means to run. But when you start studying and research, it means to break down, right? Because we are set up to read these words of the Heavenly Father, because it's bestowed upon us to go out here and tell Israel what it is, the judgment of Esau and the judgment of 2/3, and to warn the elect about coming back to the Heavenly Father and His Son, right? So you see what it is. This Habakkuk 2:1, and I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he shall say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables. Let's see what that table is talking about. This Isaiah 30:8. This Isaiah 30:8. Isaiah 30:8, right? And now go write it before them in a table, in a note, in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. So these scriptures was written down so we would have it in the future, okay? Our ancestors read it, okay? The prophecies, okay? And now on the uttermost parts of the earth, we are reading it all over again, which we are our ancestors coming back, right? And it was written in a book, preserved for us, to prophesy the downfall of the daughter of Babylon, the Great, okay? Which is ruled by the so-called white man, Esau, the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? This is Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Okay, so you know the tables is the Bible, right? Which is the book. That it may, that he may run that readeth it, right? Readeth it, meaning you're gonna utter it loud, okay? That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna utter it loud. You're gonna read it out of this book and utter it loud, and you're gonna break it down, okay? For the vision is yet for a appointed time, which it was stored up in the ancient world, and now it's appointed time to where the word is speaking again, and it's coming out, and the Most High gonna bring judgment on Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, okay? That's what's gonna happen. The word gonna come out, and it's gonna be uttered out of the King James Bible, okay? Thus saith the Bible, thus saith the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay? Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So the words of the Heavenly Father don't lie. It's man that lie and come up with their own wicked opinion, okay? Because of their lust and their sinful, and that's what has them blind, okay? They come up with their own opinion on how they feel in the situations when it comes to the Heavenly Father and His Son. They don't have a divine influence of the mind to study and do a diligent search to seek the Heavenly Father and His Son according to the Word. So we are set up to teach and tell Israel, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the destruction of the so-called white man, and how we're going to be delivered out of this captivity, right? This Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So the judgment of the Heavenly Father is going to come upon these so-called white people. It's going to come upon Babylon the Great, aka America, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, aka Egypt, okay? It's coming upon this kingdom, okay, which is ruled by these bankers, these elites, okay, which call themselves Jews, and they are not. They are the synagogue of Satan, okay? America is ran by these bankers. That's who runs the world and runs America, okay? Not Donald Trump. You're an oxymoron if you think that Donald Trump run America, okay? You don't understand history, you don't know what's going on, you're blind as a bat, okay? Those are the men who control everything, who run the world, the Rothschilds, okay? And they are Edomites. They not the real Jews. Okay? That's their biblical nationality. They Edomites. Okay? Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Because the Rothschilds don't trust in the Heavenly Father and His Son. What do they trust in? Oppressing the people, pride, and money. That's what they trust in. Oppressing the people, which are Israelites, and the other nations, but we focus on the deliverance of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? That's what we focus on. And they oppress the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? Right? It says, verse 4, but behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. The elect gonna live by faith amongst the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. So-called white men don't live by faith, okay? He trusts in pride, he trusts in his military, he trusts in his riches, okay? His soul is not upright in him, and 2/3 of our people being seduced by him, okay? So they trust in the American military, they trust in oppression, okay? And they trust in riches, like so-called white man.